Hey, so I wanted to take time. I know I haven't done a beer video in a while, for what that's worth. Anyway, I wanted to take time to share my Christmas cookies recipe, what I like doing every year for family and friends. I've been doing this a long time, and every year I get requests for them to do. So they're dipped ginger snap cookies. You start with, so my dry ingredients: 4 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of baking soda, tablespoon of ground ginger, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of salt. And I've mixed that up already together. What I'll do now is the sugar I'll combine with the oil, the molasses, and eggs. And once that's mixed, I will go ahead and start slowly adding in the dry ingredients to make the dough. I'm going to double this up, and then I'll show you where I go from there. Do a little bit at a time with the flour mix. I just don't dump it in there at once. Then I'll take and start scraping around the sides once I get it all in there. And I just feel like I got to get all that incorporated. So that's what 2 batches of this looks like. I mixed them together. My oven's been preheated to 350, and what I do is I just start taking a little amount, roll it around, and just roll it in the sugar. On it goes. We'll do this to obviously to the cookie sheets full. Yeah, that's a gnarly looking cookie sheet. Had them forever, but they work. So I'll fill this up. Only about 12 of them, one there at a time or so. And then I'll cook them. The recipe says 10 to 12 minutes. I just eyeball anymore. I don't pay attention to time. I just look at them and see how I feel. They look, because I always feel like when you take them out, they still cook up a little bit more. You know, on the tray, or when I put them on the racks to cool. So again, I got to get started. This will take a while. That's a big batch, you know, double batch of this stuff. I'll probably get 12 dozen. I think I'll count them up. I'll get about 12 dozen of these. I'll cook them. I'll let them cool completely, and then I'll show how I dip them in the vanilla. I should also mention, I forgot to, that what I like doing with the dough in between these cookies being I got another sheet going, so I gotta time them, so I always have one sheet in the oven, one sheet I'm working on. But what I like to do, I like to put that dough back in my refrigerator. It works better when it's a little chill, as opposed to just letting it sit out. I just find it easier to form the balls for the cookies. So, just something I like doing. I thought I'd pass along. And that's pretty much how they look when they come out. Though they change a little bit. When I leave them sit on this cookie sheet for a few minutes before I transfer them to the wire rack to cool a little bit more. But you'll see they kind of flatten out a little bit and just get a little bit different look to them. And again, the recipe I use, these aren't really soft ginger snaps. I don't use that much molasses in them. If I did, when I dipped them in that vanilla, it would never hold up. The cookie would just fall apart. So it's not, but they're not quite hard crunch ginger snaps either. There's somewhere in the middle of that. But again, I just wanted to show what it looked like when they came out. And they'll look a little different once they set up, you know, and before I dip them. Okay, so that's done. My next step is I take some of these white chips that I buy at a local like cake store, a dessert cake store. I don't know, they sell all kind of sweets and pans and different things for your you know, for cakes and stuff like that. Anyway, I buy them from there. I've used the name brand like chips, but I just don't like the way they come out or they turn out. I don't know if you can show you this. I don't know. It's something you get in your area. I think these work great. I'll take a bunch of these, dump it in my bowl, use this Crisco lard stuff because it helps thin it out a little bit. Goes a little longer. It lasts a little bit longer with me. And I'll just take it when I get it and I'll show you. But I just dip half of it in there, set it on my parchment paper, let it harden up. So that's my next step. I tend to like mine kind of darker, crispier. My wife, I have a batch over for her because she likes her cookies a little undercooked, which is weird to me, but that's what she likes. So I got her some over there, about a dozen. I think I ended up with 9 dozen of these. I thought for some reason I could make 12, but I got 9 dozen out of that batch. I double the batch every year. I got a double. I need to. These will be gone. These will not last. They'll all be gone. So anyway, I'll get started on that. Okay, so there we got a pot of, or a tub of this. So again, it's just me, little dip. And that is it. This takes a little bit more time. I find this to be a little bit more time consuming to do than the actual baking of the cookies. But it's what I do. So that's what you can do for them. Might be a little thinner. I might add some more chips to this to thicken it up a little bit more. So anyway, I got a lot to do. Back when I'm done. So there you go. That's pretty much it. They'll sit here for, you know, for about 5-10 minutes or so, harden up a little bit. The vanilla hardens up. Then I bag them up, put them in the freezer until Christmas when I see everybody or anybody beforehand, which I'll pass out to. So just wanted to share this because I hadn't done any videos in a while. I had done beer for a buddy of mine. I brewed a batch for my buddy and I had to dump it. First time I've had that diacetyl or that crop, the hop creep come in play. And it's just, I'm sitting here just talking to the cookies. So that hop creep came in and I didn't catch it in time in order to fix it. So I had to dump 5 gallons of it. I have another batch ready to keg up, but I didn't record that. Ready to keg up probably this week. And I just purchased everything I needed to do a stout, which I've never done before. I'm doing a breakfast stout. I guess it's gonna be a little bit of a sweeter stout. So hopefully, lighting's bad, isn't it? Because I'm not a professional at this, so lighting's bad. hopefully I can bring that to you just because again, I've never done a stout. I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm trying to really learn, and I built this one myself, trying to really learn how to understand and build up my own beers instead of just doing kits. But anyway, I wanted to share my cookies with you. This is Christmas time. Every year, it's the only time of year I make these cookies. So anyway, hopefully we talk to you everybody soon, and have a wonderful and happy and a Merry Christmas. If that's your thing. If not, I'm still saying Merry Christmas.